Welcome to the Wall Street Journal for Thursday, November 30th, 2017, from Audible. Today, you'll hear these 5 stories. Trump retweets anti-Islam videos from far-right UK political group. North Korea missile launch appears calibrated to avoid American military response. Bitcoin crosses $10,000, then quickly tops $11,000. American farm towns with changing priorities reject industrial agriculture. And how an MS-13 killer escaped as an informant hindered an investigation. From the politics section of the Wall Street Journal, Trump retweets anti-Islam videos from far-right UK political group by Peter Nicholas in Washington and Jason Douglas in London. President Donald Trump retweeted videos Wednesday posted online by a British far-right nationalist that purport to show violent acts carried out by Muslim men, drawing rebukes from the British Prime Minister and civil rights advocates in the U.S. Mr. Trump used the social media platform to circulate a trio of tweets posted by Jada Franson, the deputy leader of Britain First, a small anti-Islam group in the UK that describes itself as a political party and a street movement. She was convicted in 2016 for religiously aggravated harassment. A spokesman for UK Prime Minister Theresa May said in a statement Tuesday that it was wrong for Mr. Trump to have shared Britain First's videos. Britain First seeks to divide communities by their use of hateful narratives that peddle lies and stoke tensions, he said, adding that British people overwhelmingly reject the prejudiced rhetoric of the far right. Ibrahim Hooper, a spokesman for the Council on American Islamic Relations, said in an interview Wednesday, "It's really unbelievable that the President of the United States would issue materials that basically say, 'Hate Muslims. I want you to hate Muslims.' This is something you expect from the worst anti-Muslim hate sites on the Internet." White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders said Wednesday that the administration wasn't concerned with whether the videos Mr. Trump retweeted were real. "I'm not talking about the nature of the video. The threat is real," she said. "That's what the president is talking about, the need for national security, the need for military spending. Those are very real things. There's nothing fake about that." Mr. Trump didn't attach any comments to the tweets. In the past, he has said that the U.S. needs to take a tougher stand against what he calls radical Islamic terrorism. As a presidential candidate, he called for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States until our country's representatives can figure out what is going on. The comments drew criticism that he was singling out people based on their religion and needlessly raising religious tensions. Once in office, Mr. Trump issued an executive order that restricted travel from 7 majority Muslim countries, a move he said was needed to prevent potential future attacks. After courts blocked that order, the administration rolled out revised plans that restricted travel from a slightly different set of countries that also included non-Muslim majority nations. That plan was also challenged in court. One of the Britain First videos is entitled, "Islamic Mob Pushes Teenage Boy Off Roof and Beats Him to Death." Another is called, "Muslim Destroys a Statue of Virgin Mary," and a third is titled, "Muslim Migrant Beats Up Dutch Boy on Crutches." The tweets posted by Ms. Franson offer no explanation of the origin of the videos, nor the circumstances depicted. Mr. Trump retweeted them without comment to his 44 million followers, a gesture that left Britain First exultant. In a tweet later in the morning, the group wrote, "Donald Trump himself has retweeted these videos. God bless you, Trump. We share many of the values that Donald Trump expressed throughout his campaign," she said in an interview with the Wall Street Journal. She described Britain First as a patriotic political party that seeks to put the needs of British people above those of immigrants. Electoral records show the party didn't field any candidates in the 2 most recent UK elections. Asked whether the group is anti-Islam, she said, "I would say that Britain First is the only party in Britain that recognizes and is brave enough to state that Islam is the biggest threat, not only to Britain, but throughout the world." The group came to prominence in the UK for small-scale Christian patrols in British towns, usually taking the form of protests at local mosques. It was during one of these events in Luton near London in January 2016 that Ms. Franson's language toward a Muslim woman led to her conviction of religiously aggravated harassment. Earlier this month, she was charged under anti-hate speech laws stemming from a speech she delivered in August in Belfast. Her trial date is December 14th. Electoral records show Britain First was deregistered as a political party in the UK earlier this year. A spokeswoman for the UK Electoral Commission said the party didn't complete the required forms and send the necessary fee to remain registered by an October deadline. Ms. Franson said it was an administrative error and the party is in the process of re-registering. From the World section of the Wall Street Journal, North Korea missile launch appears calibrated to avoid American military response, by Andrew Jong and Jonathan Cheng. North Korea's latest ballistic missile test Wednesday appeared calculated to avoid crossing red lines that could provoke military action by Washington, while demonstrating an advance in its campaign to build nuclear weapons capable of striking the U.S. Pyongyang said the test of its longest-range missile yet showed it could target the entire U.S., but the latest launch wasn't as provocative as other steps it has threatened, including firing missiles at Guam, shooting down U.S. aircraft in international airspace, or exploding a thermonuclear device over the Pacific. Analysts weren't ruling out that such steps could happen down the road. But for now, close observers of the regime say the test of what Pyongyang described as a new Hwasong-15 missile with a super-large heavy warhead was calibrated to demonstrate North Korea's status as a nuclear weapons state without following through